Hey, what's up guys? Before the video begins, I just want to let you know that my stream has actually been lucky enough to be sponsored by HelloFresh for the next 30 days, and any new subscriptions to HelloFresh through my affiliate link will earn me money, which directly helps support our community and helps me create higher quality content. So if you ever thought about using HelloFresh, or if you already do have a HelloFresh subscription, consider signing up using my affiliate link in order to directly support me and the channel. Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel for a brand new video today, and today it's exciting stuff. Look at who we're playing. This is actually going to be a self replay analysis, a very in-depth replay analysis, most likely, depending how much there is for me to point out in my own thought process here. But I thought this would be a good game, a cool game to do the analysis for, considering I played 3 RLCS coaches during the new season placement matches, and you'll see how the game went, and we'll go in depth on our thought process and how we ended up squeaking out this freaking win. Before we begin, guys, do me a favor, leave a like on the video, especially if you like the video and you end up learning something. Don't forget to leave that like. You might as well do it now or you'll probably forget. Let's be honest, us gamers usually are pretty forgetful. Go ahead and drop that like now. And then if you're new to the channel and you like educational Rocket League content, you like informative Rocket League content that is focused around making you a better player, be sure to subscribe for new content, because that's what I put out on this channel. My goal is to make people better Rocket League players so that I have less noobs on my team. Just kidding. But seriously, if you like educational Rocket League content, subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you here. And then check out the link. The link's in the description, all my other socials, check them out. And with all that out of the way, let's get into the analysis. All right. Teammate went with me on kickoff. I remember this game started off actually a little rocky. All right, let's go back. Let's focus on my volume. My volume was super loud. Let me turn that down a little bit right now. Okay, so I do the kickoff. Teammate went with me on kickoff, so we're already a little rocky here. I went back for the boost. That boost was there. It was just a replay bug. So I turn, and because my teammate cheated up with me, he was kind of out of position, so this whole play is already kind of chalked. But the play is already advancing towards our net. I'm going to challenge here because I assume somebody's behind me. I do the kickoff, I rotate back for boost. Normally I'd have a teammate probably in the corner, one pressuring the ball right now. Looks like our guy in the corner gets demoed. Perhaps I don't realize that. I force the shot to go off target because I cut off his possible shooting angle with that challenge here. So I know my teammate's going to be spawning soon, even if I don't remember at the moment if I realized that demo came through or not. I believe I did. So I'm forcing this challenge here because I know by the time I do challenge, my teammate should be spawned behind me in order to cover whatever happens. So I instantly go. Mitz is forced to hit it high because anything else is I'm gonna have a block on. So he hits it high. Teammate gets the worst of the two spawns, because if he spawned on the other side, he'd have a little bit more momentum coming towards the net here. But Mitz just gets a nice double tap, put them on the board first. So I was just forcing that challenge early. Usually, I mean, Mitz is a pretty good player. Usually you wouldn't expect somebody to hit this double at the rank I usually play at, which is about GC2. Really don't see that double tap often in this position. So I force this, and that's a really good double tap, to be fair. But I would say that all starts with my teammate going for the kickoff with me. Left always goes, boys, unless specified otherwise. Right here, I often, as the person cheating up, if the ball just completely shoots out towards the sidewall like this, really fast and really high, I usually opt to just go for the mid boost and let whoever is in the back corner deal with the ball coming off of the wall here. If it's something that's easily reachable and that I can easily challenge, like it's a lower bounce or it's a slower bounce towards the wall, then I might go for it. But again, this is going to be really hard for me, who just cheated up with maybe 30 to 40 boosts, to get any sort of meaningful touch here. I'd rather just go back, get some boost, and be in a better position. Teammate challenges, well done. He forces again. threes to not be able to shoot on target because he has the shot blocked. That gives me a free ball. I pass up to Nate, who's in front of me. Nate puts it backboard, but they're there for it. And then here, the most obvious play here, or the most likely play in a lot of people's, you know, from the defense's perspective, is for a shot to come out here. So you always want to try to not do the obvious thing. And so I'm not going to shoot this. Not only is a shot expected, but I mean, I'm not a pro. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a pro. I know my flaws. I know my strengths and my weaknesses. And there's a high chance I'm not even going to hit this shot anyways. So instead, again, you see there was a defender there. Nothing, no shot probably would have been a goal here. Maybe I could have put this off the backboard in hindsight. Because if I do notice, the backboard actually is open. Would have been a good play. But I do another decent play, which is, again, just avoiding doing the obvious thing. Catch it. Try to throw off the defense. Play it around one. Threes does well to be patient on the goal line there and stop my play. But the big thing there is just not doing the obvious play. A little bit of a double commit for my team right here. Justin kind of went in front of Nate here, cut him off. Because my team double committed, I automatically assume a more passive defensive role. That's why you see me turn back immediately. You don't want to stay in an aggressive position if your teammate's just double committed, because then if the ball gets past you guys, there's nobody behind you. It's most likely going to be a goal. And then again here, I remember this. Like, this is, man, it's always, not always, but a lot of the time it's tough when you run into a duo queue team in 3v3 because they just want to play with each other and they don't want to include the third man for whatever reason. And that was happening towards the first minute or two of this game. And we ended up cleaning it up eventually. But here, they have that double commit. I back up. I'm pushing up. Nate's off to the left side of the field. He should be rotating out to third man right now. Rotating out towards that left side of the field. But he cuts back in. Justin makes the pass or the shot attempt. And then because Nate is not rotating out here, he bumps into me. And I'm forced to pretty much just give up on that play. Or we both are. And then again, my man Nate. Upon further analysis, I knew in the moment that my team was being very, they were only really focusing on themselves, them two, and not really focusing on incorporating me into the game. But upon further inspection, it's really been Nate every single time that's been fucking something up. All right, so he gets a touch here. Throws it away to the opponent, and then instead of rotating out here, because there's no way he can interfere with this play, Mitz has already started on his play, and there's just not going to be any way that Nate can possibly get up to this challenge in time. So he should just rotate out, but instead he tries, even though, again, there's no way he's making it to this challenge in time. And so it causes another double commit between me and Nate. Could have been bad. And here I just noticed that they're kind of awkward here, right? Justin gets a good touch off the backboard. JG7 kind of pre-jumps here, and because of that, Mitz is hesitant. And I know that Mitz, you know, as just somebody who is trying to be a good teammate, you're going to let your teammate try to go. If your teammate's going, you know, a good teammate will let their teammate go if they're going, because you got to realize at this level, if somebody's up, it's usually for a good reason. They usually know what they're doing to some degree. So if they're up, they probably know what they're doing, so you're going to let them try to do what they're doing. But I see JG7, he's super awkward. I know Mitz is going to be hesitant to go up for this touch, so I'm going to go up and see what I can do, and we end up actually just getting a goal off of it. Waiting here to see if this is going to bounce straight down or out. Really good to take that extra second to get the correct read, then try to go up early and misread it and just whiff the ball. So just taking that extra second here. Don't get the best touch, but it wasn't the end of the world. It wasn't a terrible touch. Wasn't the best touch. Here, we're just waiting for my teammate to force a challenge. A lot of congestion in that corner over there, so I'm not going to also race up and throw myself into that corner because I'm not sure really what's going to happen yet. A flick could come out, a hard clear could come out, and at this point I'm the only one covering our net, so I got to be a little patient. I see Justin has the capability of turning in to the dribble and forcing him to play it over him, so I'm waiting for that. He gets the 50-50. I go up quick. I actually try to get a double tap here off of the sidewall, off of the corner, but mess it up, so I just leave it. And it pops out middle, and Justin actually has a really nice shot. Just playing quick there, going up for the ball. As soon as that 50-50 comes out, we get to go for it. Good speed. Ooh, this was a really good play. I remember this one. I knew as I was coming towards this boost that I might be able to get a little chip on this ball. That's exactly what I do, and nobody was expecting it. Throws off the defense really hard. Just a really good awareness. Toot my own horn. But nobody saw this touch coming. Really little small detail in the game, in gameplay, makes a huge difference. And that was one of those little scenarios. Again, just realizing the ball's gonna drop straight down. I can get a touch as I grab that boost, do so, and it almost gets us a goal. And then right here as well, I'm pausing a lot, but I'm giving you, I played this game yesterday, and I can still remember a lot of my thought process. So I'm giving you a lot of my thought process as we go through this. I remember here, right? In this position, a lot of the time you're worried about the ball getting played past you because he can go over you when the ball's in their corner and somebody's behind it, they can go over you up the wall. They can bait you in until you get close and then shoot it over you. They can bring it in field, right? You try to play the wall side and then they bring it in field. But here I notice his positioning isn't great on the ball, and he's actually given me an opportunity to not allow any of that to happen, right? His only option at this point now is to go low or to go slightly outwards. So I challenge that exact option. If I jump into the ball, and if he would have gone low, I hit the ball. If he goes outwards, I can use my flip and get the block. I block the wall here. So I just noticed in this split second, there's no opportunity for him to beat me. So instead of just trying to, what you would do a lot of the time in this position is just try to bait a touch, because there's no way you're gonna win in this position a lot of time. But I realized that he's messed up. He's given me an opportunity to challenge, so I take it pretty perfectly here. And I wanted a demo there. Just couldn't get it. Couldn't make it happen. Avoid the demo on my way out there as well. Get out of my teammate's way. Plays a 50-50, and bam, you see it. Get the boost steal. Avoid the demo. I've got a cut in field to get out of my teammate's way. I know my teammate, our third man, is behind us, and because of the way that I just had to cut in field in order to avoid getting out of Justin's way, our teammate's gonna stay behind me because I pretty much just half rotated. 50-50 comes out. It's a good 50-50. I noticed nobody's on the ball yet, so he's got to be coming up to the net right now. Turn my ball cam off, go for the bump. Somehow I don't get it, but I put enough hesitation in the JG7 that our teammate's just able to shoot it behind him. I should have picked up a couple more pads here. I could have grabbed that pad right in front of me, and then that. Yeah, I could have grabbed 3 pads here, but instead I only end up grabbing 1. Could have done that better there. But here I know I have time. Again, I remember the situation. Coming back, I see 2 players on my screen. The last man's going to be somewhere diagonally left behind me. There he is. I see now there's no threat. Mitz is rotating out. JG7's flying across the screen. The other guy is off to my right. But I take my time, grab this pad so I can try to be in a little bit better of a position to make a play on this ball. Grab another pad again, just to try to give myself enough boost to get this ball on my hood and be in a flickable position. Instead of just veering for this ball immediately, try to give myself a couple of pads because I know I have the time to grab them. Bam. Bam, put the ball on my hood, and I'm able to flick 2 people there just because they double commit. Really, most likely just because I took the extra second to grab 2 pads here. If I'm on this with no boost right now, I'm probably not going to be able to keep up with the ball on my hood, and I'm going to drop it, or it's going to just be in an awkward position. You know, you've probably been there where you have no boost and you have the ball on your hood, trying to keep it in a flickable position. But when you're no boost with the ball on your hood in a 3v3 game, it's hard to keep that ball in a flickable position. So taking that extra time to grab the pads really helped us out there. And then I know, again, these guys and me, we're all like about probably GC2, GC3. These guys have been SSL. I know this last man here is not going to do something really stupid. So he sort of fake challenges me here and he makes me jump. But what I do well here, and what you should always try to do, is if you get baited into jumping like this, try to hold on to your flip until the 50-50 comes through, right? That way you can at least get a touch on the ball and not give the ball up for free. So he gets me to jump by pushing because I don't know he's gonna fake challenge here. But he does. I save my flip until the last possible second to try to make his 50-50 a little worse, or his possession a little worse. Get a demo on my way out, and we almost get the goal there. All right. What's going on here? Nate gets a touch off the corner. I see my teammate turn up field. Again, they're kind of not respecting, not incorporating me into the gameplay like they completely really should. But Nate gets a touch off the corner here. I see Justin turn up field. I'm behind him, so I'm not gonna commit with him. That's the last thing I want. I really don't want to double commit. Double committing is one of the worst things you can do in Rocket League. So I see him turn up. I'm gonna turn off of it. I know somebody's gonna get another touch, so I cover this left side because it's either gonna go into the net, right? In this position, it's either gonna go in the net, it's gonna go off of the back wall right above JG7 and Justin has a shot, or it's gonna go wide to the left side of the field. So Justin's covering the back wall option. Nate's trying to shoot it. You know, he could be trying to shoot it. The only other option left for me to cover is the far left side. So that's where I go. And I'm not gonna throw myself at that possible dunk because that's just a really low percentage play. We don't need the goal. So I'm just gonna rotate out, try to keep pressure here. They get a nice touch going out our way. JG7 passes it out in front of his box. We're all rotating out, so that's completely safe for them. Threes gets a nice touch going upwards, and I see that it was a nice setup touch. So because he had such a good touch, I have to go up and challenge. I have to go up and challenge immediately, or else he's going to be in a prime position to go for a flip reset, go for a double tap, go for, you know, a touch upwards, land on the ceiling. You know, at this level, that's possible. So I need to go up and shut that down immediately. Do so. Teammates got the follow up, and we just score an open net on the other side. They overextended it somewhere. And we got the goal. All right, crucial plays here. What a lot of people will do, what most people will do in this situation, whether it be off of kickoff or not, when the ball's coming up your corner, recognize if somebody's sitting on that sidewall waiting for your touch. Because if I just make a touch going forward here, JG7's gonna have it red all day. He's gonna have the block going back our way. He's gonna come off our backboard and we're gonna be under a lot of pressure. So instead of taking this touch, I just fake it, try to bait him in a little bit. I mean, looking at it now, for whatever reason, JG7 rotated back. He must not have got the mid boost. My teammate must have beat him to it. But the principle still stands. I fake that touch because I'm not trying to just hit the ball into an opponent. I bait the next person in, and I get that pop off of the ground by meeting the ball as soon as it comes to the ground, right? Suggest baiting in the next player, and my best opportunity to get this around this guy is going to be to pop it over him. So again, just meeting the ball as soon as it hits the ground, and you get that pop. Bam. Pretty difficult to execute on, but in the moment, fast paced. We executed. We got fortunate that we executed that. Now, they still had the ball coming back our way, right? It didn't work out completely, but it would have been better than just booming the ball downfield. 9 times out of 10, that's just going to result in the ball getting blocked back my way, like I described. So I was able to take 1 to 2 players out of the play with that play. And sometimes that'll lead to a goal downfield. All right, let's back it up a little bit. After that play, JG hits it down the corner. Justin's challenging in our corner. I'm looking for boost here. I could have done better again, picking up some pads on my way to possibly get the boost. Because this boost doesn't spawn here, and this is gonna get intercepted before I can go for it. So I turn back towards the net. What else happened here? Nate's up in midfield, rotates back to net. Again, Nate not really aware this is a 3v3 game, not a 2v2 game. I'm rotating out, right? I'm rotating to the third man position. The third man position, because the ball's in our corner. Let me pull out the epic pen instead of just pointing, right? Because the ball is over here. Ooh, okay, excuse me, we got that fixed. Because the ball's over on this side and I'm rotating back to third man and Nate's rotated back to second man in the net. Once this ball clears over this way, or what's his name, Justin has the ball going this way, Nate should realize that because I just rotated back this way, I'm actually closer to the potential play, right? I could be either at this post here, or I could be over here grabbing the boost. His awareness either way needs to be higher and realize whether I'm grabbing the boost or I'm at the post here, I'm closer to being able to push out for this ball. And so he needs to let me go, right? He's second man at this point in time while the ball's over here. He's second man. But once the ball is moving this way now, I become second man because I'm just closer to the play. I have more potential. It's going to be easier for me to be second man than for Nate to be second man here. So he needs to he needs to realize that and become third man in this play. But he dives. And I just know this is either going to be a shot or it's going to be a double tap. So I just go up trying to block a shot. Mitz doesn't hit that double tap, thankfully. Same thing here. I'm just trying my best. This was a little bit harder. I needed some darn boost. This one didn't spawn for me. But I'm trying really hard not to just hit this ball down the sidewall because Mitz is lurking there waiting for it. So I could have done better. I could have just parked on the wall, caught this ball going downwards, but I don't know. I must have thought that it was going to pop off the wall a little bit, or I must have thought I could have got a better touch. I just try to make sure I don't let this ball go behind me. Mitz kind of gets a free ball anyway, so I didn't do well there. But again, the idea, the principle is the same. Just trying to avoid hitting the ball down the sidewall to the person who's sitting there waiting for it. And we score another open net. It seemed like they probably were overextending a lot this last half of the game, mainly because they were down 2 to 4 goals. So they have to start being really aggressive to try to score some goals back. But overall, I think we just did a really good job of not giving away possession in these corners, especially. I pointed out how I was mentally and, physically on the field doing my best to not just give away possession with touches out of my corner. Always trying to bait a player in and play it past them, or at least force a 50-50 in the corner rather than just hit the ball to somebody who's waiting for me to hit the ball. I think we did really good of being passive and realizing when our teammates were sort of out of position and not overcommitting for something because teammate didn't rotate out or teammates missed position. So instead of throwing ourselves into the play, maybe out of frustration or just out of bad habit, we stay committed to defense, stay committed to third man, and we kept probably a lot of opportunities clear of our net because of that. And then thirdly, I think we did really well of not diving for anything that wasn't worth diving for, not trying to dunk balls into the net that aren't worth trying to dunk balls into the net, right? There was like 2 times where the ball bounced off of their post, bounced like almost off of the inside of their post, but bounced out. And you know, a lot of the time people might try to go for that dunk into the post, but I think both times already had a lead, and I just knew it wasn't a high percentage play, not really a lot of value in going for it, so we don't go for it. So we just played the highest opportunity, the highest percentage play in most of these scenarios. We played safe, we played smart, we played good possession, and we ended up beating 3 RLCS coaches who were queued up together in the start of the season. So if you made it to the end of the video, do me a favor, comment down below which of these 3 coaches is your favorite. JG7 coaches for Rix.gg, Mitz coaches for Sandrock Gaming, and Threes coaches for, hold on, let me look it up. Threes coaches for Sup, which is a lesser known team, but they have got some very well-known players on that team. So let me know which of these 3 coaches are your favorite, or let me know which team that these 3 coach are your favorite if you made it to the end of the video. That way I know you made it to the end of the video, and we can have a nice little conversation in the comment section. Again, if you didn't like the video already, make sure you do that if you liked the video, if you learned anything. We really appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Check out the social links, especially our Twitch and our Discord. Join our Discord so you can be a part of our growing community. Stay in the conversation with me when I'm not live streaming or when I'm not making videos. And speaking of live streaming, make sure to click the Twitch link in the description and give me the follow. We stream 3 times a week. So be there or be square. I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.